Hello everybody. Now this is one video on how to recover the lost data from Seagate LM hard drives with capacity 0 problem. We have used the DFL Seagate firmware repair program to generate the unlock ROM and write the unlock ROM. Now we have come to the COM terminal and we find out the unlock handshake information. So to this step, we need to enter the program, go to Seagate barcode F3. Now we obtain the details. So we can see that this is hard drive model information and its capacity is 0 right now. Next, we need to enter the program. So to recover the Seagate LM hard drives with capacity 0 issue, the very first step is to unlock the hard drive. To unlock the hard drive, we need to go to the ROM operations and go to the unlock, send unlock key. So at this time, we need to wait until the unlock is successful. The program is unlocking the hard drive automatically. So all users need to do is just to wait. And here we can try, see, the log window, we can see the terminal unlock success. So after the service error is unlocked, users can access to the F3T prompt easily. After users are able to enter the F3T prompt, users are able to back up the firmware. So the next step, users need to back up the firmware. Users need to switch to ATA mode and then back up the SYS. Read SYS. So users can back up the SYS in ATA mode, because ATA mode is to be backed up at high speed. Now we can see this is the SYS list. We usually back up the important system files 1B, 28, the translator, and 35 Nginx. Sometimes we can back up the 1D, 1E, and 20. So we can click OK to start the backup. This backup step is very important for all users to remember, because if you don't have the backup, in case any wrong operations or in case any incorporate commands which have been executed to the hard drive, that will be very risky and deadly. But if users have the backup, users can write back these system files and get the drives back to its original status. Now, all the important system files and firmware modules have been backed up. Next, users need to try to check the initialize by ID. So we use the ATA mode. Sometimes the ATA mode may not be accessible, so we can try to switch to the COM terminal mode, and then we try it again using the COM mode. Now we can see we are able to access to the ID by the COM mode. And here we can see that the drive has the middle cache issue, and we can try to untick these ones. Usually we can tick the disable vacant active, because this option will make the drive work very slowly. If we disable the vacant active, the drive can work very fast. So we simply click Modify to complete the modification on the system file ID. Sometimes we can try to re-enter the program to try the operations again. So we can use ATA now. Now operation success. Now we can try to read again to make sure the modification is successful. Now we can see that the media cache issue and other offline operations by the program has been disabled. So we have modified this one successfully. Next, we can go to the COM terminal. Then we can try to clear the glist. Next, we can try to regenerate the translator again. Anyway, before we generating the translator, we need to check the nginx by v40. Now we have seen that there are low defects within the nginx. So we can rest assured to regenerate the translator again. M0, 6, 3, 5, 2, 2. Now the program starts to regenerate translator. And for Seagate LM hard drives, it takes about 3 minutes to complete the translator regeneration. So users just need to wait until the translator regeneration completes. So after the translator regeneration completes, we don't need to power off and power on. We just need to go to scan the hard drive, and then we can see the data array is accessible, and also the capacity 0 problem has been fixed as well. So the program still keeps regenerating the translator. You can see that it takes some time for the translator regeneration completes. Now we are in the COM window. Within this window, if we want to check all the COM terminal messages, we can use the baud rate as 38400. This is a standard baud rate, but if we want to work within the COM terminal to operate on the firmware read and write, we need to increase the baud rate. From this list, we can see that the DFL Seagate firmware repair program has support the baud rate up to 6 million. So users need to use the Super COM terminal suite to reach this high baud rate. Usually, after all these operations, the drive will be fixed. And users don't need to worry about anything, about any mistake during the operations, because the users have already have the backup of the original system files and important firmware modules. So this is why I always suggested to back up the firmware modules before any operations on the hard drives. Not only for Seagate, but also for any other hard drive brands. If users want to work with the firmware repair, users need to back up the firmware ROM. Let's try to regenerate the translator again. During the translator regeneration, users are suggested not to work on other menus, otherwise the translator regeneration can be interrupted. So now we have seen that the translator regeneration completes already. We switch to ATM mode, and then we try to scan the hard drive. Now we can try to power off and power on to check the drive status. Send unlock key. Because we have backed up the firmware modules, so now we just need to regenerate the translator. So for Seagate LM hard drives, the most common issue is the translator failure. The translator failure can be caused by the weak heads, can also be caused by some other firmware issue. Within our data recovery labs, we may meet the cases like the translator module is damaged or the engine is damaged. So when these modules are damaged, we need to repair these modules first and then regenerate this translator. Now we can see the translator regeneration completes. We switch to ATM mode and scan the drive. Now we can see that its capacity has been returned to normal. Now everything seems okay. So let's try to scan the hard drive and access to the data arrow. Now we can see that the data arrow has been accessible. This is the starting part of the Seagate LM hard drives. Now let's check the ending part of the hard drives to make sure that the drive doesn't have partial sector access problem. Now we can see that over 87%, so the data is still accessible. That means the drive is perfectly recovered. And users can go to the DFL-DDP data recovery program to extract the lost data. Now let's try. So SATA 0. We can exit this program and go to the DFL-DDP data recovery program. And then set up one new project. Next step, file extraction. Now we can see that we have fixed this pension hard drive of Seagate 1000LM035. All the data has been perfectly recovered. Thank you for watching this video.